what's going on? Hey, it's your boy Skills. How y'all doing? Alright, what's up? Okay, y'all know me. My name is Willie Jefferson Jr. I cover video games at the Houston Chronicle, one of the biggest newspapers in the United States. Alright, so said I was coming back at y'all with the bad dealing with the Xbox One. Alright, with the reveal, with the press conferences afterward, also with the interviews that you can see multiple places online. You can see videos, you can see write-ups. Alright, so we already hit the good points. Alright, and I'm just letting y'all know straight up, right off the bat, I'm not an Xbox fanboy. I'm not a Microsoft fanboy. You may like to think I am not. I like all the game systems. I've been showing mad love to the PS3. I enjoy the PS3. I'm not overly like, oh, it's all that. Just like with the 360, it's not. It's a game system. And if you've been gaming as long as I have, you realize that, hey, this system, said system has great games. This system has great games. It's all about the games, y'all. Alright, so let's go ahead, hop into the bad. Bad. Alright, first thing that's just bad, okay. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, alright? But when that cat, I think it was Don, I'm not sure which Microsoft exec it was, but when he said Xbox on and boom, it just came on, I was just like, so that means the Kinect is always listening. Think about that for a second. Yeah, it's always listening. Even when you're in the room and you don't want it to listen, you'd have to physically disconnect it because it's always listening. That right there alone will have mad lawsuits from the ACLU, different things, because Microsoft says, well, hey, you know what? We're not gathering information. Seriously? It's listening. You have a hard drive and the Xbox One checks in at least once a day. What's not to say that y'all aren't recording all the activity from all your Xbox Ones, and then a government can come in and say, hey, we want that information. That right there was bad enough for me to just say, hey, I don't want any part of this. Will I? No, because I'm a reviewer. I'm a professional reviewer. I'm a journalist. And I will definitely enjoy playing the games, but that is going to be a huge concern. Fortunately, most of the conversations in my house are not in my media room. That's where I'm filming this at, in my home theater. But that really is Xbox on, boom, it comes on. Seriously, first thing I thought when I heard him say that was HAL 9000. Okay? If you have never seen 2001, it is a computer that ends up killing, alright, killing several people. And I mean, it's just out of control. Or Terminator, Skynet, all that good stuff. Yeah, the Matrix, computers. Okay. Second thing that is just bad, alright, the online, checking in once a day or undetermined amount of times, but the fact of the matter that the device will not function properly if it does not go online. No, that's horrible. What about places where people have dial-up? Alright? Yeah, honestly. I know people have this thought, oh, dial-up, who would be that primitive? Some people don't have internet. They, have it on their cell phones, on their smartphones, and that's it. They don't have it at the house. That's entirely possible, especially with the way the economy is, and expecting everyone that is going to buy your particular system will have internet. Sorry, that dog doesn't hunt. Alright, so that's number 2. Numero 3. Okay, numero 3. Alright. This thing with used games. That is huge. And then Major Nelson, I got number love for Brother Harry, but he didn't make things a lot easier when he said, well, you can take your game to another friend's house, and as long as you sign in with your gamer tag, you'll be able to play it. Let me ask y'all something. Have y'all ever tried to sign in multiple devices with the same gamer tag that you do not have on a USB thumb drive? Yeah. Okay, it's easier to get a bill passed in Congress than it is to do that. Having to download your stinking profile onto this machine, that's just hogwash. Then penalizing people the used game industry. No. Why? Because it's a quick money grab. That's why Microsoft is doing it. I'm telling you, straight up, that's what it is. Why? Because they see how huge the second-hand market is, and they want to get in on it. They want a little bit, actually they want all of GameStop's share. But I can't think of any other market where if you buy something the second time you have to pay full price for it or doggone near. What other industry does that? When you get a car, if you decide to sell it or you decide to buy a used car, you are not penalized for that. You pay for the value of the car. Just like with games. It is a good thing to be able to rent a game from Redbox, Gamefly, and play it. Or borrow it from your friend and play it. Let me ask y'all something. Of all the games that I've reviewed, of all the games that I've seen, if I had to pay $50, $60 each time to buy a game, why? Because, oh, well, I can't pay a fee. Why even pay a fee? Do not institute that. I'm telling you, seriously, it will just, you know what? Honestly, Microsoft, you had Sony on the ropes. It took them how many years to catch up to the Xbox 360 and then pass it? Nintendo's out of the way. I mean, you got all these cards and then you're going to institute this. That dude talking about deal with it. And it turns out he was actually correct. So, and yeah, none of this is written in stone, right? But let me tell you something. When the first device hits and all these people realize, wow, what skills, what these other rumors, people were saying was actually true, then you've lost a customer for life. They're not going to come back. And you can try to say, oh, well, let's release some firmware to correct your mistake. But that's not the case. All right, so that's number 3. And these 3 alone are game changers. That, yes, you haven't showed a lot of gameplay for the device. But those 3 features alone are just turning off die-hard fans. I'm talking about straight up fanboys that are making them pause. Alright, so number 4, man, and this is really a big one for me. You have one of the biggest, really large game collection that you're not allowing gamers to play. But you know what you will end up doing? You will be able to re-download the games that you bought for your 360 onto the Xbox One. Say you won't, I'm telling you right now, totally calling the shot. So hey, Halo 4, you bought it. Guess what? You can go to Xbox Live, re-buy the game, and re-download it. And what's even more jacked up, what about the people that bought download-only games on their 360 and they want to play them on the Xbox One? You don't give them any credit for that. You charge them a huge amount, if not retail, for a particular game, and they can't even play it on the next system. Look, when the Wii U came out, guess what? You can transfer some, your downloadable games. You can still play Wii games on it. You could use your Wii accessories. A friend of mine said, hey, what about from the Super Nintendo to the Super Nintendo? True. That's just a recent phenomenon, backwards compatibility. But guess what? It's a strong selling point. Would a person rebuy their movie collection if going from DVD to Blu-ray, if they had to rebuy every DVD? No. You made it easier. Sony, Samsung, Toshiba, all of them made it easier. They said, hey, it's a DVD. Yes, it will support it. Now, the next generation of 4K players, will they support DVD? Probably. But you want to get as many consumers as possible, especially the ones that rebought your stinking machine when it red ringed. Alright, so that's number 4. And my last point, number 5. And this is just really, 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 really huge. Alright? Number 5. But not letting the consumer have a choice in any of this. I would think that you would learn from releasing the 360. And at first, only hard drives you could use, Microsoft's. Headsets, wireless headsets, only ones you could use were Microsoft, unless you rigged it a particular way. But just closing everything off. Sony didn't do that. You could use a regular thumb drive. You could use an external hard drive. And yes, later on, okay, we'll add it. Even with the wireless, you had to be forced into that. Had to be forced into adding it to pretty much every device when it didn't have to be that way. That you could make it easier. You're already getting a lot of money for your console. Why force people, okay, you know what, you want to upgrade your hard drive, or bam, this is what you do. You buy our products. That's horrible. And that's going to end up costing people so much more money. And it's going to get to the point where they're like, is gaming really worth it? And I'm telling you it's not. So, what am I saying? Those are the bad points. Every last one of them a game changer. And could stop some potential customers from buying your future system. Alright, anyway, it's your boy Skills. I'm coming right back with a couple announcements real quick. Alright, anyway, it's your boy Skills. You can find me, all that. Boom, ad is like right about here. Just click below the ad, and there you go. Alright, anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm coming right back at you. Alright, anyway, it's your boy Skills. Talk to you later. Deuces.